Ben was an ordinary boy growing up in a small town. He had a loving family, supportive friends, and enjoyed the simple joys of childhood. But beneath the surface of his seemingly idyllic life lurked a series of chilling paranormal encounters that would forever haunt him. It all began one stormy night when Ben was just 6 years old. As thunder rumbled in the distance and rain poured heavily outside, Ben lay in bed, struggling to fall asleep. Suddenly, he heard a faint whisper coming from the corner of his room. "Ben," the voice called softly. Startled, Ben turned to see a shadowy figure standing near his closet. Fear gripped his heart as the figure approached his bed, its glowing eyes fixated on him. Frozen in terror, Ben couldn't bring himself to scream or run. The figure reached out a ghostly hand, but just as it made contact, it vanished into thin air, leaving Ben trembling beneath his covers. Days turned into weeks, and the whispers became a nightly occurrence. Ben's parents brushed it off as his imagination running wild, attributing it to the overactive mind of a young child. But Ben knew deep down that there was something more to these eerie encounters. One day, while exploring the attic, Ben stumbled upon an old photo album filled with pictures of his ancestors. As he flipped through the pages, he noticed a striking resemblance between himself and a distant relative named Samuel. Intrigued, he began researching his family history. To his astonishment, Ben discovered that Samuel had a dark past. Legend had it that Samuel dabbled in the occult, delving into forbidden rituals that unleashed malevolent forces. According to the stories, his soul was never at rest, forever haunting his descendants. As Ben dug deeper, he found accounts of other family members who had experienced paranormal phenomena. Some reported mysterious whispers, others claimed to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their rooms. Ben realized that he wasn't alone in his haunting. His family had been tormented for generations. Determined to find answers, Ben sought the help of a local historian. The historian revealed that an ancient burial ground lay beneath their town, a place where restless souls roamed freely. He explained that these spirits, trapped between realms, often targeted the living to seek solace or inflict their pain. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Ben decided to confront the spirits head-on. He gathered his friends, each with their unique set of skills, and together they formed a paranormal investigation team. They researched ancient rituals, learned about protective talismans, and prepared themselves for the battle that awaited them. As the team delved deeper into the mysteries surrounding Ben's family, they faced increasingly malevolent encounters. They witnessed objects moving on their own, heard blood-curdling screams in the dead of night, and saw the apparitions of tormented souls. But with each terrifying experience, their resolve grew stronger. One fateful night, the team gathered at Ben's house, armed with their newfound knowledge and a plan to communicate with the spirits. They performed a ritual, inviting the restless souls to share their grievances and find closure. Through tears and whispers, the spirits revealed the pain that had bound them to this world. Suddenly, the room grew still, and an overwhelming sense of calm washed over everyone. The spirits had found their peace. Ben's childhood hauntings came to an end, leaving him with a profound sense of relief and gratitude for the friends who had stood by him throughout this terrifying journey. However, little did Ben know that the remnants of his haunted past would continue to affect his life in unexpected ways. The chilling encounters had left an indelible mark on his psyche, forever changing the course of his future. As Ben grew older, he would face new challenges, navigating a world that blurred the line between the living and the dead. Years had passed since Ben's childhood hauntings, but the lingering presence of the paranormal still clung to his life. As he entered adulthood, he found himself drawn to the occult and the mysteries that had once plagued him. His curiosity, coupled with an unshakable connection to the supernatural, led him down a path few dared to tread. Ben immersed himself in books, studying ancient rituals, forgotten folklore, and the history of occult practices. He sought out like-minded individuals and joined secret societies, where the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural were blurred. Through his ventures, he encountered others who shared his haunted past, each with their own unique stories of the paranormal. One evening, while attending a clandestine gathering in an old, dimly lit library, Ben overheard whispers of an elusive artifact rumored to possess immense power. It was said to be hidden deep within an abandoned mansion at the outskirts of town, a place notorious for its dark history. Intrigued by the prospect of unraveling yet another mystery, Ben embarked on a quest to find the artifact. With a select group of companions by his side, he ventured into the decaying mansion's depths. As they navigated the eerie corridors, their footsteps echoed ominously, and the air grew heavy with a sense of foreboding. Shadows danced on the walls, seeming to taunt their intrusion into the realm of the supernatural. The mansion revealed its secrets slowly, one room at a time. In each chamber, they encountered paranormal phenomena that tested their courage and resolve. They'd witnessed apparitions that manifested as flashes of memories from the past, heard disembodied whispers that echoed through the halls, and felt the icy touch of unseen entities. As they drew closer to their goal, the encounters grew more intense. Malevolent spirits sought to thwart their progress, their tormented souls desperate to preserve the secrecy of the artifact. Yet, Ben and his companions pressed on, determined to uncover the truth hidden within the mansion's walls. Finally, in the heart of the mansion, they discovered a hidden chamber. Its walls were adorned with ancient symbols, and at its center stood a pedestal upon which rested the artifact. A small, intricately crafted amulet pulsating with an otherworldly energy. As Ben reached out to grasp it, the room erupted in a cacophony of disembodied voices, their anguished cries reverberating through his very core. In that moment, Ben understood the magnitude of his actions. The artifact was not merely a source of power, it was a vessel containing the trapped souls of those who had succumbed to its allure in the past. With a heavy heart, he knew he had to make a choice: to free the tormented spirits or succumb to the same fate as those who had come before him. Summoning all his courage, Ben recited a ritual he had learned through his years of research. As the incantation filled the chamber, the amulet glowed with an ethereal light, and one by one, the captured souls were released, their anguished cries replaced with a profound sense of peace. As the last spirit faded away, the mansion grew still, and Ben and his companions knew their journey had reached its end. They left the mansion forever changed, their experiences solidifying their belief in the supernatural and the delicate balance between the living and the dead. Ben's life continued to intertwine with the paranormal, but he no longer sought out the dark mysteries that had haunted his past. Instead, he became a guide for those who found themselves lost in the realm of the supernatural, offering solace and guidance to those who encountered the unexplained. The childhood hauntings and the shadows of adulthood had shaped Ben into a protector, a bridge between two worlds. And as he embarked on his new role, he found solace in knowing that he had finally found his purpose, a purpose born from the terrifying encounters of his past. Lily was a shy and imaginative girl, often lost in her own world of daydreams and fantasies. Growing up in a small, secluded village, she found solace in the natural beauty surrounding her. However, beneath the tranquil facade of her childhood, Lily's days were punctuated by eerie encounters that sent shivers down her spine. It all began one summer afternoon when Lily was exploring the woods near her house. As she wandered deeper into the dense foliage, a sense of unease washed over her. The whispering wind seemed to carry voices, distant and indistinct, as if trying to communicate a message. Curiosity getting the better of her, Lily followed the ethereal whispers until she stumbled upon an old, abandoned cottage. Its time-worn walls were adorned with creeping ivy, and the windows were dark and foreboding. Against her better judgment, Lily felt compelled to step inside to uncover the secrets that lay within. As she entered the dilapidated cottage, a chill ran down her spine. The air was thick with an otherworldly presence, and the creaking floorboards echoed through the silence. Lily's heart raced as she explored room after room, each filled with the remnants of a forgotten past. Suddenly, a flickering light caught her attention. She followed it, climbing a staircase that led to an attic. There, in the dimly lit room, Lily discovered a dusty old journal. Its pages were filled with faded ink, recounting the tragic tale of a young girl named Amelia, who had once lived in the very cottage Lily stood in. Amelia's story unfolded before Lily's eyes, a tale of love and loss, of heartbreak and betrayal. It seemed that Amelia's spirit still lingered within the cottage, trapped between the realms of the living and the dead, yearning to share her tale with someone who would listen. Determined to help Amelia find peace, Lily sought the assistance of a local historian. Together, they delved into the history of the village, uncovering long-forgotten details about Amelia's life. They discovered that she had been wronged in a tragic love affair, and her spirit had remained tethered to the cottage ever since. Equipped with this newfound knowledge, Lily embarked on a mission to bring closure to Amelia's restless soul. She enlisted the help of her closest friends, forming a tight-knit group committed to unraveling the mystery and setting Amelia free. Their investigation led them to uncover more about Amelia's past, including the identity of her lost love. They visited old archives, interviewed elderly villagers, and pieced together the fragments of Amelia's life, one clue at a time. Along the way, Lily and her friends encountered strange occurrences. They heard disembodied footsteps echoing through the cottage, witnessed objects moving of their own accord, and caught fleeting glimpses of Amelia's ethereal figure. But these eerie experiences only fueled their determination to help the trapped spirit find peace. Finally, after months of relentless pursuit, Lily and her friends managed to confront the person responsible for Amelia's heartbreak. They organized a gathering in the cottage, inviting the villagers to witness the unveiling of Amelia's story and the truth behind her tragic demise. As the truth was revealed, Amelia's spirit stirred, her presence becoming palpable in the room. The air crackled with energy as she materialized before them, her sorrowful eyes filled with gratitude. With a whispered farewell, Amelia's spirit dissipated, finally finding the solace she had long sought. In the aftermath of their ghostly encounter, Lily and her friends became local legends, their bravery and compassion celebrated throughout the village. Lily, in particular, blossomed from a shy girl into a confident young woman, forever marked by her experiences with the paranormal. In the years that followed Amelia's liberation, Lily's life took a new direction. The once shy girl had transformed into a confident and knowledgeable historian, her passion for uncovering forgotten stories propelling her forward. But little did she know that the echoes of the past would continue to reverberate in her life, intertwining her present with the paranormal. Lily's reputation as a historian led her to receive an intriguing invitation, an opportunity to explore an ancient manor rumored to be haunted. The manor, known as Blackwood House, stood as a testament to a bygone era, its halls saturated with history and secrets. Eager to embark on a new adventure, Lily accepted the invitation and assembled a team of fellow enthusiasts. As they stepped into the dimly lit foyer of Blackwood House, a chill ran down their spines. Shadows danced on the walls, and the air hung heavy with anticipation. Lily's heart raced with a mixture of excitement and trepidation as they ventured deeper into the manor, each room revealing its own ghostly tale. They encountered restless spirits, flickering apparitions, disembodied whispers, and inexplicable phenomena. The team, undeterred by the supernatural encounters, documented their findings meticulously, driven by their shared fascination and desire to understand the mysteries that enveloped Blackwood House. As they delved deeper into the manor's history, they discovered a tragic tale of a forbidden love affair that ended in tragedy. The ghostly presence that haunted the manor was that of Isabella, a young woman whose heartache and untimely demise had bound her to the house. Determined to help Isabella find peace, Lily and her team embarked on a quest to unravel the truth behind her story. Through diligent research and the unraveling of long-held family secrets, they pieced together the shattered fragments of Isabella's life. With each revelation, Isabella's spirit grew stronger, no longer a mere specter but a voice that longed to be heard. In a climactic gathering within the grand hall of Blackwood House, Lily and her team unveiled the truth about Isabella's tragic love affair. The air crackled with tension as the spirits of the past converged, their emotions palpable in the room. As Isabella's story was finally brought to light, her ghostly figure materialized, her mournful gaze meeting Lily's. With a bittersweet smile, Isabella's spirit began to fade, her ethereal form dissipating into the very fabric of the manor. But this time, it wasn't a farewell filled with sorrow. It was a poignant goodbye, a release from the chains that had bound her for centuries. In the aftermath of their encounter with Isabella, Lily and her team found solace in knowing that they had brought peace to a tormented soul. Their efforts were recognized, and the story of Blackwood House and Isabella's liberation became a local legend, whispered by villagers as a testament to the enduring power of compassion and the pursuit of truth. Lily, forever marked by her encounters with the paranormal, continued her journey as a historian, uncovering forgotten stories and sharing the voices of those lost to time. With each tale she revealed, she offered solace to the spirits that had longed to have their stories told.